All right, welcome back to the Virtue Bowling Supply YouTube channel. My name is Chris, and I'm here to bring the high rev perspective.
And my name is Josh, and I'll be bringing the low rev perspective.
Today, going head to head, we have the brand new 900 Global Vengeance Returns and the Brunswick Infinity Quest Pearl. We'll be throwing 10 shots with each of these, picking one winner that we would most likely add to our bag and explain why. All right, after seeing the Vengeance Returns and the Infinity Quest Pearl go down the lane, definitely felt similar in the friction response. Neither of these were super quick to friction. Do you think versatility-wise, I feel like the Infinity Quest was pretty good. I could actually move left with it and use more of the friction for it to make the corner. The Vengeance, especially the first couple of shots, I needed to move a little bit closer to the friction, just because I felt like it didn't really want to slow down. And once I actually got a few shots into it, and it started seeing the friction being a little bit more quick, it moved a little bit further left, and I really needed to keep my ball speed a lot slower. The Infinity Quest Pearl, I could actually stay aggressive with it. It definitely wanted to be a little bit more forward going through the pins than the Vengeance Returns, but I feel like versatility-wise, it was actually pretty good. So with that being said, I do think the Infinity Quest Pearl is going to be the winner for me. The Vengeance Returns felt good enough that it could have won this, but to me, I feel like misses here with the Infinity Quest Pearl just looked a little bit better. I think I had to trick the Vengeance Returns a little bit too much, and I couldn't be as aggressive with it. The Infinity Quest Pearl just made it was a little bit more comfortable, and I was actually able to play my A game a little bit more. It felt a little bit more usable.
For me, these two balls are a little similar in the sense that they have a smoothness to them, meaning that they feel like they're both kind of clean through the fronts and have this kind of slowness to friction. Overall, I feel like the Beyond was definitely a little bit more forward rolling in my opinion, and I feel like the Viking was just a hair quicker to friction, but shape-wise, like I said, I feel like the Beyond is probably a little bit more usable overall. I do think that the Viking's a little bit more niche, but both of them really allowed me to kind of play up the board if I wanted to. And then, however, I did feel like because the Infinity was a little bit earlier, it definitely started to see that early friction to a bad point where it just didn't want to shape really well down lane through the back portion of the lane. So as I started to notice that, I crept in with both of these just to see what they would be a little bit further left of that, and I felt like the Beyond definitely shaped better. I felt like it was also easier to get to pocket with that ball. I felt like the Viking, I just had to kind of ace it a little bit more. I just felt like it wasn't so nice when I missed. But overall, these balls gave me a similar motion, just again, kind of, I would say same, timing of throwing these balls, but the shape is just a little different. I feel like if you're looking to bend it just a little bit more, you're probably going to try to throw that Viking, just because I feel like it just shapes a little bit quicker to friction. But overall, these two pieces kind of, like I said, very close as to when you'd be throwing them. Final thoughts on the Infinity Quest and the Vengeance Return. For me, both of these balls, like I say, kind of fit in a similar portion of the bag as to when you'd be throwing them. I'm definitely in that middle road. For me, I did feel like that there was one ball that gave me a slightly better shape and just overall missed room, and that was the Infinity Quest. I did feel like it just blended the lane a little bit better, and allowed me to also be a little bit more versatile. I felt like I could play right, play a little further left and loop it, and it still shaped the right way, and just was easier overall to get to pocket with. So today's winner, it's going to be that Infinity Quest.
Thank you so much for watching. If you found this video useful, make sure to like and subscribe, and we'll see you guys in the next one.